A junior, number 12, Owen Haney. A senior, number 35, Reed Zurich. And a senior, number 20, Jack Mulhern. The club was coached by Mr. Adam Sherman. And now, the starting lineups for your Norristown Eagles. A 6'4" sophomore, number 24, Nasir Kinney. A 6' senior, number 21, Xavier Edwards. A 6' senior, number 3, Tyler Lyons. A 6' senior, number 2, Marcus Sanford. And a 6'4" senior, number 22, Matthew Allen. Your Eagles are coached by Mr. Pinky Johnson.
Sorry. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Norristown Area High School Gymnasium for second round play in the District 1 tournament. We start with 24 teams. 16 are left today, and after tonight's game, there'll only be 8 teams vying for a district championship. Tonight we see old Suburban 1 League foes, Norristown, taking on Central Bucks West, as CB West upset the lower seed, number 12 seed CB East, last Friday, and earned the right to play Norristown here. As McKeel Allen and Neri Jack jump ball, is going to be Norristown with possession of the basketball to get things started. And we'll see what kind of defense CB West brings out. Looks like going to open up in a 2-3 zone as Norristown swings the ball in the corner to Sanford. Inside to Allen. Allen to Edwards on the drive. Gets hit, can't get the layup to go, but will go to the line for a pair. As an aggressive Xavier Edwards gets things started positively for the Eagles. Norristown a little short-handed tonight as they lost sensational sophomore Aaron Reddish to a hand injury about a week ago. His return is pending. Should Norristown be able to win tonight, we'll see if he'll be available for Friday's third-round game. 1-2 at the line for Edwards, so an early 1-0 lead for the Eagles as they'll open up their man-to-man full-court press. Try to make it difficult for Bucks to get the ball into the front court. And Norristown a little more aggressive as they're looking to try to trap here. Most of the press they used this year was just simple stall tactic, but now maybe looking for a steal. But Central Bucks breaks the press, and now they'll have their first offensive possession as they hand out to number 34, Jack Neri. Neri finds Reed Zurich. Taken away, McKeel Allen on the steal. He's going to try to do it himself. The Euro step layup up and in. McKeel Allen, coast to coast after the steal, and it's a 3-0 Eagle lead just a minute into this game. So now Central Bucks breaks the press but can't get the layup to go, and here come the Eagles as you see their MO. Get out and run. Sanford, or Kenny, who's starting tonight in place of Reddish, gets it over to number 3, Tyler Lyons, and Lyons, with an explosive move, gives the Eagles a 5-0 lead. And again, you can see the Eagles want to use their athleticism to their benefit right now as they are making things very, very difficult on Central Bucks West. Add to that a hostile environment leads to a turnover. As right now, Central Bucks West looks like they're in a little bit over their heads. So now Norristown with possession of the basketball and a 5-0 lead. just a minute change into this game. It's been an efficient Eagle offense so far. Cross-court pass to Sanford. Sanford to Lyons. And now Norristown's going to pull it out and try to set up. They'll look for a matchup inside as there's Lyons on the floater, no good. Rebound comes down to CB West. So it looks like Norristown's going to have an advantage in guard play tonight, much more quicker and explosive. There is some height and some size on the Central Bucks, but I think certainly the guard play for Norristown probably be the difference tonight. Now another opportunity goes amiss for Central Bucks as a turnover by CB West leads to another opportunity for Norristown to grow this 5-point lead. And once again, it's Edwards, hands off to Lyons. Eagles will set up. Flashing high is McKeel Allen. Swings over to Sanford. Now McKeel Allen rolls back down. They get it to Kinney, top of the key. Kinney, open three from the wing. It is good and a foul. Tyler Lyons, the hoop and the harm, got hit on the three. And he has a chance at a 4-point play. And we're going to get a timeout as Central Bucks none too happy with how this game has started as head coach Adam Sherman going to try to right the ship right now and try to gather his troops to stop the bleeding here, as it's been all Norristown early on so far. Just a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay with you. So you ask, how do we get to this point? CB West came in with a number 21 seed, played their crosstown rival CB East just a few days ago, and the 21 beat the 12 with 63-50 lead, or 63-50 victory for CB West. And they come in tonight with a half-decent record, just 10-12 overall. But certainly, looks like they haven't seen the foes, the likes of Norristown Eagles right now, as they seem a little overwhelmed with their environment. And the score indicates that. So Lyons, who hit a wing three, was hit on the arm on the follow-through, and he's got himself a 4-point play. It is now 9-0 Norristown. And the Eagles smelling blood in the water. They'll continue with this press as their guard play has caused fits so far for the Bucks. They've only been able to get up one shot. And now inside. They'll swing it back out to number 20, the point guard, Jack Mulhern. Mulhern swings it over to Maneri. Maneri guarded by Edwards. And again, Central Bucks West trying to get their offense started, but they're outside the three-point line right now and not posing much of an offensive threat. And now another turnover. Active hands of Sanford, but he gives it right back as he tried to force feed pass there. And Central Bucks gets the turnover. Now they're going to an open three from the wing. It is up and no good. Offensive rebound comes down to Molinari. His layup is no good. Another offensive rebound this time. Also no good, but number 34, Jack Neri, is going to go to the free throw line for a pair as Central Bucks will attempt to get on the scoreboard as we approach the midway point of this first quarter. First team foul on the Eagles. And Neri's free throw is up and good. Second rebound strong and fighting for the rebound. And it comes down to the hands of Xavier Edwards. So here's Norristown leading 9-1 midway through this first quarter. Here comes a trap. But Norristown easily dissects it. Reverse layup up and in. Nice scoop by Xavier Edwards, as you could tell Coach Adam Sherman tried to dial something up to change the momentum here as they tried to trap the guards out front. When you trap with two, you leave somebody open. Norristown found the open man and got the easy layup. Now on the other end, elbow jumper up and in. First field goal for Central Bucks is in the hands of Micah Maneri. And so Central Bucks now trails by 8, 11-3, 3:33 to play in this first quarter. And Norristown is moving at 2 speeds. Slow and fast right now, but now a careless turnover. As Norristown's been very slow to set up, but once they have gotten into their motion, they have been explosive to the hoop. But second turnover on Norristown. And it has been something that's plagued the Eagles this year, especially in their losses, some very close losses to some talented competition who you would likely think they're going to see at some point in this tournament. Falling to the ground is a scrum for the balls. All of a sudden, a rugby game is broken out, and we're going to have a jump ball. Good hustle on both sides. Possession hour is going to be in favor of Central Bucks. And they'll get a second life here to try to cut into this Eagle 8-point lead. As we said, a wonderful crowd on hand tonight. As what could be, we hope not, but what could be the Eagles' final home game of the season. A lot of that depends on what happens in the rest of the bracket here, but Penn Ridge plays Springford. If Penn Ridge wins that, they are the lower seed, and they would have an opportunity to host a home game. So we're going to let a little bump foul on Lions, as it was Jack Mulhern, a little hesitation dribble, drew the foul on Lions. Just a second team foul on the Eagles. And Central Bucks inbounds the ball, baseline left. And we saw some issues, and we're going to get a 5-second call. I was just going to say, one of the last home games the Eagles played Boyertown, they struggled with some inbound defensively, some plays, but there they get a 5-second call. As head coach Adam Sherman very upset on the sidelines at his team, as he didn't like the lack of movement there on the inbounds play. So again, another turnover on Central Bucks, and they're thinking about trapping, but again, the way the Eagles easily broke the trap the first time, you got to think they're reluctant to do so again. Xavier Edwards with the basketball, and nearly turned it over. As it's Lions, gets it into Allen. Allen, his first touch. He's on the baseline. He's got a chance to go to work. Hands it back out to Lions. Repost it. Now he's going to face up and get bumped. And clearly a foul there on number 35, Reed Zerwick. As Allen was looking to move baseline, Zerwick bumped him. And that's just the second team foul on Central Bucks. And Sanford will inbound the ball for the Eagles, baseline right. Allen sets a pick for Lions. Lions inside to Allen with a little layup. He missed it. Oh, my. McKeel Allen, normally money from inside, misses the bunny. And an excellent inbound play dialed up by head coach Binky Johnson. But Allen unable to connect. So it stays an 11-3 Eagle lead. We are under 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. And again, Jack Mulhern with the basketball. Trying to do it himself. Got away with a walk. No call. But no harm, no foul as the Eagles escape with the defensive board. And they'll set it up offensively now, as it looks like Norristown's going to use their bench for the first time tonight. Sophomore Willie Anderson getting ready to check into the game. So here's the trap. But again, Norristown's going to get an open look. Xavier Edwards taking strong to the hoop, can't get the layup to go. And the tip comes back down to CB West. Edwards ends up in his hands again. And cleared again by CB West as Mika Molnari able to take it away as we approach the 1 minute mark of this first quarter. A briskly paid first quarter. And a little three-man weave. And a nice move, but unable to get it to go was number 34, Jack Nary. So Norristown with possession of the basketball, leading by 8, 11-3. And Edwards gets his call, and if CB West is going to lay back, it looks like the Eagles may be content with milking this clock down to the last few seconds. And some token pressure there, but we'll see. It looks like they're going to stay back, as it's still 27 seconds left now. Now it looks like the Eagles ready to go to work. Edwards swings it over to Lions. Lions on the dribble, finds Sanford in the corner. Open three, no good. Edwards gets it back out to Lions, to Sanford. Sanford to Allen with a layup, good. Beautiful feed from Marcus Sanford inside to McKeel Allen as he makes amends for the missed layup earlier. Unaware of how time is coming down. That was a traveling violation, and they did get it a little late on the whistle, but a turnover nevertheless. Just 0.3 seconds left in the quarter, so what they say in the NBA is 0.3 is enough time to catch and shoot. Maybe with a hometown operator, clock operator, we could get the benefit of the doubt here, but Eagles will at least have an opportunity. Normally want to get something at the rim here. And his last three is up and in, and they're going to count it. Oh, my. As CB West's worst nightmare has come true so far in this first quarter. As Xavier Edwards caught the ball falling away, got it to go. I got to tell you, if this is college or the pros and there's a review, I'm not so sure that got off in 0.3 seconds, but close enough right now as we will go to the second quarter with the Eagles leading 16-3. So just about ready to start this second quarter, a quarter that saw the Eagles' stifling defense hold Central Bucks to just 3 points. A jump shot from the elbow and a one free throw is all Central Bucks has to count for right now, as it's been all Norristown Eagles right now. So Xavier Edwards finds sophomore Willie Anderson in the corner. Anderson gets it to Sanford at the top of the key. Sanford pestered. Nice move. Takes it to the hoop, but loses it on the way up out of bounds. It'll stay Eagle basketball. And they look for Lyons again in the corner. Lyons with the basketball. Looks for a clear out. You have to worry about him. A little crossover. Takes it baseline. Layup up and in. And Lyons making it look easy as the Norristown guards just far too quick for Central Bucks right now. And again, they look to press, making it difficult as Willie Anderson all over the place. They do get it across the timeline, and now they look to set up as it's number 14, Connor Bryce with the basketball, hands off to Muneri. Muneri tries to do it himself, draws contact, no call. Rebound comes down to Edwards. I tell you, Edwards must be a magnet in his hands because just loose balls seem to find him. A lot of that is just excellent hustle on the senior's part. Now Lyons finds Sanford, and you get the feeling that Tyler Lyons thinks he can beat his man off the dribble at will. And the Eagles will look to set up again as now Edwards top of the key. Finds Willie Anderson. Anderson uses a pick, gets it over to Kenny. Kenny, three, no good. And defensive board comes down in the hands of Central Bucks. Jack Mulhern gets by Willie Anderson, and the long arm of the law in Nizer Kenny mutes that opportunity. And now Sanford left open. He'll look to penetrate. Little spin move, layup, no good. Everything but the finish there. Sanford tried to get it back inside to Kenny, and ball is out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles, so it'll be Central Bucks basketball. And some more substitutions right now as it looks like Norristown just a rotation to 6 guys right now with injury to Reddish. We'll see if this affects the team later in the game when sometimes the legs get a little bit heavy. But right now it's Norristown, and all Norristown, 18-3, 2 minutes into this second quarter. And now a 14-foot jump shot up, no good. As Central Bucks got to feel there's a lid on the basket, because when they have gotten open looks, they just have not been able to get anything to go. Under 6 minutes to play. The Eagles 18, Central Bucks 3. McKeel Allen, he wants his slice of the pie. Will he take his man of the hoop? A lot of dribble, and he finally gives it up to Anderson in the corner. Anderson pulls it back out, and now Lions will set up. So the Eagles, they haven't been very selfish. If they haven't been able to beat their man, they find somebody else and set up again. And now Lions, again with a quick move, can't get the layup to go, and defensive board is cleared by number 34, Jack Neri. Passes ahead and nearly taken away by the Eagles. Unbelievable hustle there on the side of Tyler Lyons. As Central Bucks doing everything they can to try to earn an easy field goal, but Reed Zerwick there was pestered by the Eagle defense, and all Central Bucks can do is settle for a sideline inbound pass. They get it in to number 14, Connor Bryce. Bryce guarded by Anderson. Now not Kenny. Allen on number 34, Jack Neri. And we're going to get a foul on Allen as Central Bucks made it a point to try to clear out in the block and let their big men do some work. As they do have the size to match up with the Eagles, but right now it's clear they just do not have the speed or athleticism. So Mika Muneri, he'll inbound the basketball. And he found number 34, Jack Neri, underneath. Neri couldn't get the shot to go, but he will be rewarded with a couple of free throws. And Mickey Johnson upset with number 25, Sam Etheridge, on the defense of that inbounds play. So finally something positive for the Central Bucks West offense as they get a free throw to go, just the fourth point. So 2-2 at the line for Neri. Still a 13-point Eagle lead as they look to push right away as Sanford gives it up to Kenny. Kenny now sets it back up to Edwards. As it looks like Central Bucks has switched to a man-to-man defense, try to stymie the Eagles right now. That could spell doom, though, as the Eagles are very good at creating matchup problems for the opponents. Edwards given a lot of space by number 20, Jack Mulhern. And they try to get it in. And they're going to settle for a Kenny three. He can't get it to go. And the rebound comes back to Micah Maneri. So we'll see if Central Bucks wants to stay in that man-to-man as it give the Eagles a little bit of fits right there as they settle for a Kenny three. And now taking to the ball to the hoop. Can't get it to go. Was number 35, Reed Zerwick. And now the Eagles, who've been stuck on 18 for a minute and a half now, try to grow this 13-point lead. And you think with the man-to-man defense, head coach Dana Binky Johnson saw that, and he's going to make some adjustments. He said they had no problems with the zone of Central Bucks so far, but good teams, when they're down, are going to try to do something to change it up, so they switch defenses from zone to man-to-man. And I don't think Binky Johnson was quite happy with that first offensive set against that new defense. We'll see what he dials up with as they come out of the timeout. As you can see, coaching, especially late in the game, can become a cat and mouse game between the two opponents. Don't be surprised to see CB West come out in the zone now if Norristown's preparing for man-to-man. Regardless, we are halfway through the second quarter. And in our first 12 minutes of play, although the Eagles' offense hasn't quite caught fire just yet, their defense has allowed them to jet out to this 13-point lead. And it'll be Kenny inbound the basketball. Gets it to Edwards. And again, Edwards given some room. He's guarded now by Micah Muneri. They stay in the man-to-man. And we're going to get a foul. We're going to get an illegal pick. Looks like we're going to get an illegal pick on Marcus Sanford. Oftentimes when you see that illegal pick, it's not necessarily the person who has committed the foul's fault, but more the individual who they're setting the pick for may move too early. I'll have to take a look at the replay, but nearly a turnover there. Central Bucks lucky to break the press, and now they'll set up. As you can get the sense they've settled in here a little bit, but they still trail by 13. As, again, their defense starts from way outside, but ends up with a layup as Mikey Muneri, with a very simple, strong move to the hoop, met with no resistance, and is now an 18-7 Norristown lead. Now Xavier Edwards gets a pick, sets it up to Kenny. Kenny, hands off. Back to Edwards on the wing. And looks like the Norristown is pretty set on using picks now. Kenny tries to raise up, can't get the shot off the window. And one area where Central Bucks has been excellent tonight is on the defensive boards, as the Eagles have not been able to get a lot of putback opportunities. And that looked like an offensive foul. Mikey Muneri tried to do it himself, drew the contact. That's got to be something, either offensive or defensive there. But now it's the Eagles with the basketball. Tyler Lyons, guarded by number 20. That's Jack Mulhern. Eagles standing around a little bit right now as they got to get something going offensively. They have been stuck on 18 for a little while now. So Edwards directs traffic. Gets it inside to Kenny. That shot is up and no good. And a late foul call. Kenny upset with himself that he couldn't get it to go. And that was another one of those late calls. You got to think maybe if Kenny gets the layup to go, the referee might not blow that whistle. But Kenny's still a chance for some points as he'll go to the free throw line for a pair. First free throw is up and perfect, as Sam Etheridge is back into the game. One out of two at the free throw line for Kenny. Ends the Eagles' drought. And right now looks like Micah Muneri is the offense trying to get things started for CB West, and the feed underneath, no good. And we're going to get a foul on Kenny, as I think out of the last Central Bucks timeout, head coach Adam Sherman said to number 32, Mikey Muneri, we need you to go do it yourself, as he has been all the offense Central Bucks has been able to muster so far in this second quarter. And his free throw is up and no good. Around the rim and in. So 1 out of 2 for Micah Muneri. It's a 19-8 Eagle lead. We are under 2 minutes to play. Tyler Lyons with the basketball. Hands off to Edwards. Edwards to Sanford on the wing. Two men flash, but it's now Lyons who went behind the back a little too fancy, and he lost it. That's going to lead to a layup, as Mikey Muneri again got the layup to go off the turnover. And when it looked like Central Bucks may have to warm up the bus early, they have closed the gap to 9 as they have settled in, and they've settled in defensively, as the Eagles have had a lot of trouble since they've gone to this man-to-man defense. Edwards under duress, hands off the Lions, a wide open three and no good. Floorboard comes down to Marcus Sanford. He hits the deck, gets it to a teammate. Sam Etheridge finds Edwards. Edwards crossover to the hoop. Aggressive move, up, in. Edwards with the first Eagle field goal in about 4.5 minutes extends the lead back to 11 as we are under a minute to play. Now we'll see what Central Bucks wants to do. Will they be aggressive offensively? No, they will, but as Marcus Sanford looked like he was going to have an opportunity for an unabated layup, but couldn't maintain possession of the basketball, dribbled on the sideline. It's going to be Central Bucks basketball. And to no one's surprise, they hand off to Mikey Muneri. He's guarded by Edwards, probably the Eagles' best on-ball defender. As a lot of physical play right now between number 2 Marcus Sanford and number 14 Connor Bryce. And again, looks like the CB West looking to bleed the clock here a little bit. And Eagles, very good defense, not getting caught backdoor, but Central Bucks is going to try to hold for the last shot. 7 seconds to play. Top of the key. Off a pick. Bryce. Hands off. A 17-footer is up, and it's blocked. And that's how we're going to go to the half. So we end the half just where we started it, with stifling Eagles defense as they hold Central Bucks to just 10 points in 16 minutes of play. And the Eagles, with a 21-10 lead after 2 quarters, will be back for the start of the third. Goodbye, folks. Joined by Vice Principal Extraordinaire, Mr. Charles Brenner, here at the halftime of the high school game right now. Let me ask you, Chuck, you see the Eagles get out to an early lead and kind of go through a lull. What was your impression of the first half between Norristown and Central Bucks?
Even though second quarter it was a lull, as you said, defense was key. They never let up. They just kept applying the pressure, full court press. Love it. Love making everybody uncomfortable.
It certainly seems that Central Bucks has been quite uncomfortable. Now, one thing, when you play Norristown, not only are you playing a tenacious team, but you're fighting a hostile crowd tonight. What do you think it's like when teams come in here and they have to face, what's maybe equivalent to those crazy fans in Kansas City or down in an Eagles game?
I think it plays with their head. It has an effect on them. This place, you come in here and just the feeling that's in here, it's very intimidating. So.
And we are just about ready to start this third quarter of play that sees the Eagles holding a 21-10 lead in what has been an offensively challenged game so far. More so, obviously, for Central Bucks. As we're missing some referees, we have the players. Perhaps Rich Campbell is a little slow on releasing the paychecks to the referees, as we have a game that's being waited to play, but no zebras to come officiate. I've just been told that Bob Davis is now in charge, which means there's a good chance this game's not going to start for another 4 or 5 minutes, as both teams will head over to the sidelines to gather and get an idea about how they want to start this third quarter. As we said, it was challenging offensively for Central Bucks. Just 3 points in that first quarter, and when they did get open looks, they just couldn't get anything to go. As the second quarter unfolded, it was very clear what they wanted to do: get the ball in the hands of Mike Umaneri and see if he could do and get something started himself, as the referees have come back, and after their little extended break, that'll be reflected in their paycheck. And we are about ready to get underway, as it'll be Central Bucks basketball. As Bucks hand it into Mike Umaneri, who's been the offensive stalwart so far, but again, a challenging night for the Bucks offensively. And right away we get a deflected ball out of bounds. It's going to be a kickball. Stay Bucks basketball. Bucks did an excellent job on the defensive boards, or else Norristown will be running away with this game right now. An 11-point lead is manageable. And again, another 5-second call, as stifling defense once again by the Eagles creates a turnover. Not how head coach Adam Sherman wanted to start this third quarter, as a look of frustration on the bench for the veteran coach. So here are the Eagles. And Central Bucks, which is stuck with that man-to-man defense in starting in zone. McKeel Allen goes baseline, can't get the layup, or he can get the layup to go. Little English on that ball by McKeel Allen. He gets the layup to fall. And now a 23-10 Norristown lead. Just 30 seconds into this third quarter. And the Eagles again with some three-quarter court pressure as the Bucks will finally step up, but now it's going to be a foul. That should be an intentional foul, and it is. Excellent call by the ref, as unabated to the rim was Tyler Lyons, but the jersey grab is going to give the Eagles 2 free throws and possession of the basketball, I believe. It should be 2 free throws. And if you're going to foul somebody on the way to the basket, you got to do a little more slick than that, but I don't know if there was much the Bucks could do right there, as Lyons had a head start and was going to lay it in. They'll make him earn it from the free throw line instead. First one is up and in. And he left the second one short, so just 1 of 2 for Lions. But again, the Eagles, another chance offensively as the intentional foul results in 2 free throws and possession of the basketball. So Zira Edwards, the do-everything guard for Norristown. McKeel Allen, Lions. Hands off to Sanford. They look to try to get it inside to Allen. Some physical play inside. The refs have let him play most of the night. And we're going to get an illegal pick, and that's the right call, as Edwards stuck his behind out at an inopportune time, and that's an illegal pick. Second one of those tonight on the Eagles. So a turnover on Norristown. The intentional foul pays off. And now Central Bucks tries to get something going offensively. And in a world of trouble, as I was nearly hit in the face by the basketball, but it's going to stay Bucks basketball. As swarming defense by the Eagles has caused problems all night for the Bucks offensively. Now Micah Muneri can hear the words clear out and see if he can do it himself. He hands off and taking it to the hoop with a layup up and in is Jack Neri. So, to no one's surprise, the playmaker is Micah Muneri. If he can't get to the hoop himself, he's going to dish off, and that has worked several times tonight, and that seems to be the go-to play for Central Bucks. So now Kenny, again in for the injured Aaron Reddish. Now McKeel Allen nearly got that to go, but instead we're going to get a foul on the floor. And Eagles will inbound the basketball baseline right. Just the second team foul on the Bucks. And it's going to be Kenny coming down with the basketball. He hands over to Edwards. Edwards guarded by Micah Muneri. Lions as they look inside to Allen. Now Kenny. He has an open 3. Got it. Nazir Kenny got the 3 to go, and he gives the Eagles their largest lead of the game. It's 27-12. And another turnover as the Eagle defense leads to another turnover, and the Euro step by Xavier Edwards. Can't get the layup to go, but he will go to the free throw line for a pair. And oh, how the game has changed. If I make that move in 1994, I'm going to be whistled for a traveling violation. Now everybody does it. Friendly rim right there as Edwards gets the first to go. Line drive is in. 2 of 2 for Edwards. 29-12 Eagles, largest lead of the game. 5:37 to play in the third. You feel like what could be a must-have possession, and they're looking for help as the ball was called last touch by the Eagles, and all over the officials as the Norristown crowd was clearly off Central Bucks West, but missed call. But when you're up 17, I guess you're willing to look the other way. Now driving baseline. Central Bucks. Muneri. Now a wing three. Short. Rebound. Can't get it to go. Second try is good as persistence pays off for Jack Mulhern as he gets the putback to go, and it's a 29-14 Eagle lead. We approach the 5-minute mark of this third quarter. Tyler Lyons finds McKeel Allen top of the key. Been a quiet night for Allen as he's had trouble getting going offensively. He may have a shot opportunity here as he goes up and in. McKeel Allen with an aggressive move, got the layup to go, back to a 17-point lead. As here's Central Bucks. Mulhern to Zerwick, back to Mulhern. Now number 34, Jack Neri, gets it to number 20, Jack Mulhern. So Mulhern guarded by Sanford. He'll hand off. And it looks like they're going to let somebody else get this offense started as Edwards sticking very close to Mike and Muneri. Not so much concerned with what else is going out there on the court, almost what we call a box and one, but shot is up and no good. Rebound comes down to Allen, and again, the Eagles have an opportunity to grow the 17-point lead. We are past the midway point of this third quarter. Allen. Don't normally see him hoisted from beyond the arc as he hands off the Lions. Eagles have been very patient offensively tonight when they haven't had open looks. Not a lot of movement right now as is Edwards coming off a screen, and he's going to look to take it himself. Now he hands back off to Kinney. Kinney, who hit a three earlier, hands back to Edwards, and once again, Northtown very patient. Sanford. Allen at the top of the key. Now to the wing, Lions. Lions underneath the Sanford, nearly threw it away, but Sanford gets it back and finds Edwards. Layup no good. Put back in and a foul. If at first you don't succeed, Xavier Edwards on the putback and an opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play. And head coach Adam Sherman has seen enough as what was an 11-point Eagle lead is now ballooned to 19. And they are in danger of being run out of this building. We'll be right back after the timeout, folks. So out of the timeout, it's going to be Xavier Edwards, who missed the layup but got his own offensive rebound. And on the putback, he was fouled. So he has an opportunity to give the Eagles a 20-point lead, which would be their largest lead of the game. Edwards' free throw is up and in, and there's now a 34-14 Northtown lead. And again, smelling blood in the water as Northtown's going to stick with this press, and it's going to lead to another turnover. And the wheels are coming off the bus of Central Bucks right now as they have had a world of trouble with the Norristown press over the course of the last 4 minutes. Sanford inbounds the ball to Edwards. Edwards, fresh off the old-fashioned three-point play, will get the Eagles set up. Finds Lyons. Lyons, who had it his way offensively tonight, finds Kenny. Kenny at the top of the key, and Norristown content with passing the ball around their perimeter right now. We'll see if Sanford uses the pick. He hands off to Lyons, and again Lyons takes it to the hoop. Can't stop that. He was looking for the foul and probably deserved it, but the quickness of Tyler Lyons right there got him a layup and nearly another turnover, but instead we're going to get a little shove by Nizer Kenny. A little overzealous there was Kenny. And that's going to be Kenny's second. Fortunately, no foul trouble just yet for the Eagles, as they are a little short tonight, as we've stated earlier. Now Central Bucks. Muneri, elbow jumper, up, no good. Rebound, last touch, and it comes down. Actually, great save by number 15, John Mernon. And Central Bucks will try to set up. They haven't scored in a while. They trail by 22. They need a field goal. Munnern, no good. And it's going to be, can't see the jersey number from here, but it looks like number 34, Jack Neri, active on the offensive boards. He got hit by McKeel Allen, as Eagles, not a very good job putting a body on somebody there, as he couldn't get the foul to go, but he will go to the line, and the lefty's first free throw is up and in. So 2 of 2 at the line for Neri to temporarily stop the bleeding. They'll look to try to put some pressure on the Eagles. This could be feast or famine, though. Edwards finds Sanford, and the Eagles easily break the token pressure. Now Edwards, as it looks like CB West is broken back down into that zone. And so they find Sanford. Sanford inside to Allen. Allen swarmed cross court to Lyons. Inside to Edwards. Back out to Sanford. The three in the corner is in. Marcus Sanford buries a three under duress. And it is now a 39-16 Eagle lead. And again, the Eagles making everything difficult for CB West. And still, don't tell that to Micah Muneri, whose relentlessness pays off there with the hoop and the harm. So some substitutions now for the Eagles as Willie Anderson into the game. As Muneri will try for the three-point play. His free throw is up, and it is no good. But we're going to have a foul as a confused look on the face of number 34, Jack Neri. Can't believe call was made. Just his second, team fifth. Minute 11 to play here in the third. It's the Eagles 39, the Bucks 18. Tyler Lyons gets it off to Willie Anderson. Anderson finds Edwards. And Central Bucks is going to foul Edwards on his way to the hoop, as they're in dire straits right now. As if you want to go out and put pressure on the Eagles, you're prone to get beat. You lay back. The Eagles could just dribble this game out and slow play their way to the third round. So Xavier Edwards to the line for repair. He was in the act. Free throws up and in. So CB West, albeit playing in the Suburban League, did have a crossover with several Pac-10 teams, beating Springford earlier this year, 54-44. However, they were on the wrong end of a 58-36 Methacton matchup. And they're on the wrong end of a 23-point deficit right now as we are under a minute to play. 41-18 Eagles. Suffocating defense all night. And taking it to the hoop, layup up and in is Connor Bryce. As still a 21-point lead. Ooh, and Willie Anderson shuffled his feet as he thought about what he was going to do before he got the ball. And sometimes the feet are ahead of the brain, and they were there. So Kenny into the game for Willie Anderson. Check that. Somebody's going to have to come off. Looks like Sam Etheridge will come off. That's just 35.7 seconds to play here in the third. So Central Bucks trailed by 7 after 1, 11 at the break. Trailed by 21 right now. Oh, and what looked like pretty good defense as Lyons claiming he was straight up, but not getting the call. And it's going to send Munieri to the line for a pair. Foul's called on Kenny. As again, Kenny thought he was straight up, and I'm going to agree with him on this one. So Etheridge back into the game to avoid future foul trouble from Nazir Kenny. The second free throw's up and in, 41-22. It's a 19-point Eagle lead. 19 seconds to play. Eagles will probably hold for one. As it is Edwards with 10 seconds to play. They find Etheridge. Etheridge walked. So you can see a few of the more inexperienced players getting time now, given an opportunity. And with that lack of experience comes mistakes and a couple of traveling violations in a row on the Eagles. Has just 8.7 seconds left. Here comes Munieri. You got to think he's going to dish off. He does. Get an open three in the corner. Around the rim and no good. Offensive putback, no good either. Been that kind of night for the Bucks offensively, as the three was halfway down and popped out, and the follow would not go. So we'll head to the fourth with the Eagles leading 41-22. And we are about ready to get underway as the Eagles possession of the basketball on a 19-point lead. And we'll see how Central Bucks, and they have no choice but to try to pressure the Eagles. And doesn't work as Lyons, who, as we said, has had his way offensively tonight, got the floater to go. And the Eagles going to back off that pressure a little bit with a 21-point lead, as I think they're going to be content taking the air out of the basketball and making sure nobody else gets hurt and moving on to Friday night's next matchup. Now a three from the wing, up, no good. And what should have been clearly been an over the back, but no call. Still, the floorboard comes down to the Eagles. Xavier Edwards, bounce pass. Kenny spins, loses it. Eagles get it back. Now Edwards with a crossover and a little too much contact there. And that looks like we're going to be in the 1-1. So it'll be Edwards at the line. Hit 2 free throws late in that third quarter. Bit of a line drive shot, but still this much improved foul shooting team from this year compared to last year should pay dividends late in games. Edwards' first free throw is up and in. One or two at the line for Edwards. Eagles doubling up. Central Bucks West, 44-22. Muneri lost his dribble. Teammate there to the rescue. And a wing three, or a corner three, I should say, is an air ball. Edwards had Lyons leaking, as Lyons wanted it, but Edwards going to play the conservative route. And he thought maybe he got away with an offensive foul, but a bit embellished there. And again, they're going to look to pressure. It's going to leave an open three, and we have a traveling violation. Traveling violation, I didn't see much there, as Edwards can't believe it either, and the official that would have made that call was not the one that blew the whistle there, so I'm not sure if it was the angle there or what, but a turnover on the Eagles. Now Allen defensively. Good defense. As a wild shot thrown up by Neri. Central Bucks gets it back. And a little scoop shot is up and in. As it's John Mernon who got the scoop shot to go. Still a 20-point Eagle lead. 6 minutes to play here in the fourth. Marcus Sanford hands it off to Edwards, and the Eagles in no particular hurry. Lyon's going to be doubled, but that's the wrong guy to double. He's too quick for anybody wearing a black and gold jersey tonight. And he's fouled, so he'll go to the free throw line for what'll be another 1-on-1. So a very briskly played first 2 quarters has slowed a bit here. Some excited students in the stands have just received a call that Norristown Area School District will be closed tomorrow. There may also be a teacher or two excited about that news. John Carbone checks into the game for the Eagles, who started on senior night, had a whale of a game against Boyertown, seeing his first action of the night. 2-2 at the line for Lions, and it's back to a 22-point lead for the Eagles. Under 6 minutes to play as Lions pestering Jack Mulhern. And a loose ball comes down in the hands of Central Bucks, and it's going to lead to an open three just off the top of the key as Jack Neri gets it to go, the lefty with a smooth shot. Cuts the lead to 19. But again, the Eagles in complete control of this basketball game and have been from the start. Now Carbone going to take it himself. He's hit hard. Can't get the layup to go, but he will have 2 at the free throw line. And that's the 9th team foul, so at least from this point forward, any foul is going to result in 2 shots for the Eagles. As Carbone looks to get his name on the scoreboard. The high archer is no good. It's Carbone with a 9-iron from the free throw line. Can't get the first to go. Second free throw is a beauty. So 1-2 for Carbone, and it is a 47-27 Eagle lead. Mikey Muneri doing it himself. Layup up, no good, but he'll go to the free throw line as the foul's on Marcus Sanford.
Foul number 2, Marcus Sanford. His second, team 6.
So Central Bucks, another team that looks like they're not very deep as well. They play about 6-7 guys. Muneri's earned several trips to the free throw line tonight, but he's had difficult capitalizing. Comes in as a 52% free throw shooter during the year. Oh of 2. And a sarcastic nope from the Eagles cheerleaders, fresh off their trip to Orlando, Florida. Now McKeel Allen, drop step, can't get it to go. He's persistent. Reverse layup is up and in. So McKeel Allen, who puts his hard hat on and goes to work underneath the basket, as it pays off there with a reverse layup. And now a layup up and in as Allen very careful not to foul, as the Eagles more than willing to trade baskets right now, as they've maintained their 20-point lead, as head coach Adam Sherman's going to call a timeout. And we'll see what he wants to do, as we're getting to the point where this game can be considered unwinnable. We're not quite there yet, but it would take an epic collapse for that to happen. But you just don't see enough firepower in this Central Bucks West offense to close a 20-point lead with just 4 minutes and change left in this game. So I'm sure Central Bucks has had their woes offensively this year, but coming into this place, this hostile environment, and playing this team playing Tenacious D, you wonder why you're in the 20s with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's the answer why. So Central Bucks looks to pressure, and they nearly got a turnover, and they did get a turnover, as the layup is missed, as it was number 20, Jack Mulhern, who had a clear layup, no resistance, but just took his eye off the rim and missed it. So now the Eagles having a little bit of problem, and they're going to get a timeout, as Biggie Johnson certainly not happy with the last 2 offensive possessions by the Eagles. Central Bucks has dialed up a little more pressure to try to turn the Eagles over, but a missed opportunity there. And with a timeout, we're going to take a short break. So out of the timeout, just 4.5 minutes to play. And again, they're looking to trap right away. Edwards under duress, and they're going to get a steal again. And the layup is up and in, as Connor Bryce wanted a foul. And the Eagles with 2 consecutive turnovers since they have turned up the pressure here. Now Sanford with the basketball. He'll take it himself, reach in, no call. Edwards. And now Norristown in no hurry. But Central Bucks going to try to force him. Sanford now with the basketball. If the Eagles get an open look, they should take it. And a terrific backdoor look, as it's Nazir Kenny off a beautiful feed from McKeel Allen. And that restores a 20-point advantage. So Central Bucks now, who basically needs a layup or points in every single possession. And now another timeout. Not sure what this one's about, as Adam Sherman just called a timeout. And another 30-second timeout. Check that, full timeout. So we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in a minute, folks.
That's how we already know. When it's here, my dog will probably do it for a Louis Bell. That's just all he know, he don't know nothing else. I tried to show him. Yeah. I tried to show him.
So here we go. Out of the second timeout called in the last 40 seconds by head coach Andy Sherman. I'm sure he's liked what he's seen defensively. And they look to trap, and the Eagles should have a layup right now. Edwards, 3-on-1, hands off to Kenny, layup up, but he missed it. Got his own rebound back, and he shuffled his feet as the Eagles did an excellent job breaking the press, but Nazir Kenny missed the layup. So now Central Bucks, who, as we stated earlier, has to get points with every single offensive possession from this point forward to have any kind of a chance. Now taking it to the hoop, and I thought that was going to be a travel, but I guess going to say he lost possession and got it back. Now a wild hook shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Kenny, and we are under 3 minutes to play. It's an 18-point lead, 51-33. Sanford is going to be trapped, but gets rid of it to Allen. Allen hands off to Edwards. And they're going to try to, are they going to foul? And they want them to, you can see head coach Andy Sherman calling out some orders to either foul or put some pressure on, but the Eagles obviously content with playing hot potato with a basketball 35 feet away from the rim. Edwards underneath, reverse layup, up and in. Nazir Kenny makes amends for the last missed layup, and he'll go to the line for a three-point play. And the sophomore forward will have an opportunity to extend the lead to 21, as Kenny has played very well in the absence of sophomore Aaron Reddish. Free throws up and no good. So here comes Central Bucks West. They trail by 20. 17-foot jump shot, no good. Offensive rebound, no. Comes down in the hands of you-know-who, Xavier Edwards. As he is pressured, steps through, and we're going to get a foul. This is going to be the 11th team foul, so 2 shots for Xavier Edwards, who's been solid at the free throw line tonight. Edwards' free throw is up and in. And with a 21-point lead with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left, I am going to call this game unwinnable at this point. So you obviously want to see both teams play hard to the end, but we just hope they don't resort to fouling and calling timeouts just to extend the inevitable. So here comes CB West trailing by 22. And I thought it was going to be a foul on Winnie Anderson, but no call. As Norristown still trying to play aggressive defense, it's going to lead to another turnover. As again, the aggressiveness of the Norristown defense leads to a turnover. With 1:51 to play, as Carbone's going to check into the game for Sanford. As it's Lions with the basketball. And he's going to be fouled. And this makes no sense, folks. This doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. It's a 22-point lead. There's a minute 47 left. The result of the game is inevitable. Take your medicine, you move on. So Lions at the free throw line. He'll have a pair. Misses the first. 1-2 at the line for the senior guard, as Lions extends the Eagle lead to 23. As Moneri with the basketball. Eagles getting ready to empty their bench. A wing three is up and no good, but the putback is up and no good. And it's going to be Kenny, and again, he's fouled, and I just don't understand it. I'm going to be diplomatic about this one. I guess they're going with a, never say die attitude, but let me tell you what, this goose is cooked. So it looks like CB West is going to empty their bench now too, as reason is set in. As with just 1:32 left, both teams emptying their bench. And it's all academic from this point out. As from start to finish, it has been all Eagles tonight, as the visiting Bucks getting a friendly greeting or a friendly farewell from their faithful.
Never a doubt in my mind.
That is Assistant Principal Chuck Brenner reaffirming what we all believed. Eagles a little careless at the free throw line as this game winds down, as Kenny misses the first. And a familiar motive tonight as 1-2 for Kenny, as sophomore Jordan Mitchell will check into the game, seeing what I believe would be his first varsity action. So here we go. 90 seconds to play. The Eagles lead by 24. And the Eagles are out in their zone, and Central Bucks passes it around, and taking the ball to the hoop with a nice layup was number 24, Todd Spratt. Now Anderson finds Mitchell. Mitchell to Etheridge. Etheridge, strong move up and in, as Etheridge determined to get that to go. And an aggressive move by the senior, as he's now on the scoreboard. And losing possession of the basketball, Central Bucks West. Here comes Willie Anderson to Mitchell. Mitchell underneath to Etheridge. Last touch by the Eagles. And it'll be Bucks basketball. 47 seconds left to play. And the Eagles, who have been suffocating all night defensively, going to hold the Bucks to score in the 30s unless there's a little flurry here at the end. And another layup up and no good. Rebound comes down to Etheridge. Etheridge looks to push it. Hands off to Mitchell. Mitchell couldn't get the layup to go, but it's going to be a foul on the other end. Has a good look there by Etheridge, but Jordan Mitchell couldn't get the layup to go. And that's going to be 1-1. That's going to be the 17th foul. So 1-1. But again, all cosmetic at this point. As we've stated, it's been Eagles start to finish. And they're going to earn their way into the third round of the District 1 tournament. They'll await their next opponent. Penridge would be the favorite. If not, they'll see a familiar foe in Springford. In and out, rebound comes down to the Bucks, and we're going to have a jump ball, and possession arrow is in favor of Central Bucks, but just 16 seconds to play. CB West inbounds the ball baseline right, and they're going to get a three in the corner. No, he's going to try to take it to the hoop, but guarded very closely. Now we get 6 seconds left. Aggressive move to the hoop, can't get it to go. Rebound comes back down to Central Bucks West. Could have been a foul, but with no sense in calling one with just 2 seconds left, and that'll do it. All zeros on the scoreboard. Eagles win this one 59-35 as both teams shake hands at center court. One team moves on, that's the Eagles, and Central Bucks sees their season end with a record of 10-13. So, 3 days from now, if the Eagles move on, they will approach the quarterfinals of the district tournament. But tonight, a thoroughly impressive performance by the Eagles as they thrash the visiting Bucks from Central Bucks West, 59-35. For Ian Morris and producer John Doyle, good night, everybody.